Would you just be able to tell me a little bit about your personal background and how you got involved in what you do?
Sure. I'm Cagan Sekercioglu. I'm a biology professor at the University of Utah and director of the leading environmental organization in northeastern Turkey, Kuzeydoğa. I'm also the founding director of Nature Turkey Foundation, which is a U.S. nonprofit to promote biodiversity conservation, research, and ecotourism in Turkey. As part of my work in northeastern Turkey, I won the 2008 Whitley Gold Award to promote community-based conservation at Lake Kuyucuk, a globally important wetland, which we had declared a Ramsar wetland and built Turkey's first bird nesting island on the lake. Following that, I convinced Turkey's government to create Turkey's first wildlife corridor, which will connect the isolated Sarıkamış National Park and its brown bears, wolves, and lynx to the big forests of the Caucasus and Black Sea through government conducted reforestation. So with only 2,500 hectares of reforestation, we'll connect 51,000 hectares of forest to each other and to the big forests of the Black Sea. So that's a 1 to 22, or rather 1 to 20 return on investment for reforestation. And this will also help the local people because there is human carnivore conflict with bears eating garbage, wolves eating sheep. So by providing them access to the bigger forests in the north, we hope to reduce this pressure. So because of this work, I won the Whitley 20th Anniversary Gold Award. So I believe this is the first time anyone has won the Whitley Gold Award twice out of 167 past winners. And I'm hoping this will help me convince Turkey's government not to destroy Aras River wetlands, which is my next big project. This is eastern Turkey's richest wetland for birds. Most of Turkey's bird species I've recorded there personally since I discovered it in 2005. It's a very rich site with 40% of Turkey's land animal species recorded there, and it's a very lush orchards, apricots and mulberry orchards. So if this dam is built, it will completely destroy this wetland, flood 3 villages with 1,800 people in it, and destroy their basically historic lands, and they will be forced to migrate. So that's our next big challenge. We saved the lake, we saved the forest, and now we are trying to save the Aras River.
In that respect, do you find that conservation is very much beneficial in helping human communities?
Absolutely. One big issue is pride. I mean, most people we work in the area did not know anything about biodiversity. They, of course, a beautiful land, but they did not realize how this area is important globally. And now that they understand and they know all this wildlife lives there, they are very proud. They tell people we have most of Turkey's bird species living here. We also promote ecotourism greatly. I mean, we spend a lot of time and effort, and we don't even get any financial benefit from it. We directly link visitors with local communities who provide them with local meals, homes, village homestays, and actually this part of Turkey, the average income is $840 per person per year. So any visit can make a big difference. One example is that I brought National Geographic Society Board of Directors to this region on their yearly board trip, and they had meals in these villages next to our wetlands. For one meal, for 110 people with their guests and whatnot, they spent about $2,500. That's the income for 3 families in that village for the entire year, just one dinner. So it can make a significant difference. And also we are really trying to improve Turkey's image, global image, on environmental and conservation issues. So Turkey right now ranks in the bottom 9% of world's countries in biodiversity and habitat conservation, along with Haiti, Iraq, Libya, and Syria. And the other countries, are conflict-torn countries, but what is our excuse? I mean, Turkey's a global growing star in economic terms, but in environmental terms, we lost 60 places in only 6 years in the global ranking of environmental performance among countries. So 6 years ago, we were in the middle. Right now, we are in the bottom. So Turkey, we don't want Turkey's economic development to come at the cost of our environment and globally important biodiversity. I mean, look at China. People can't breathe anymore. We don't want that. We want economic growth and environmental conservation to be in harmony. And Turkey is the only country on the planet that's almost entirely covered by 3 global biodiversity hotspots: the Mediterranean, Iran Anatolian, and the Caucasus. I work at the intersection of Caucasus and Iran Anatolian global biodiversity hotspots. Turkey has 3,000 plant species found in no other country. So all this biodiversity we want to protect, and Turkey to promote this biodiversity value and increase its ecotourism and basically be proud of its natural heritage.
Is there any legislation that you'd like to see Turkey adopt to help with environmental causes, or maybe not even Turkey, maybe the UN?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Sadly, in Turkey right now, the legislation, our existing environmental laws are actually actively being dismantled and destroyed. So we are actually regressing, okay? So Turkey, 3 weeks ago, on April 5th, changed the legislation for environmental impact assessments, saying dams, highways, bridges, and other infrastructure projects no longer require environmental impact assessments. So we're actually going backwards. So I don't even want Turkey to create new legislation. I just don't want them to destroy existing environmental laws. And the government is about to pass a law that will enable building and mining in any protected area if it's in the national interest. You know what that means? That means practically we won't have any protected area, because if you can simply mine in a protected area when you feel like it, well, that area is not protected, is it? So, so Turkey is actually going backwards in environmental legislation, not forwards.
Are there any other particular projects of note at the awards today that you'd like to talk about?
Among other projects,
Yes.
you mean? Well, my good friend Zafer, of course, from Turkey, he works at the exact opposite corner of the country from me. I work in the Northeast Mountains. He works in the Southwest Mediterranean with setting up Turkey's first marine no fishing zone and conservation area. So this is very exciting to see, because for years I was the lone Turk among Whitley Awards. So it's fantastic to see a fellow Turk, and actually a good long-term friend, to also get Whitley Fund support for a very important, complete different part of Turkey. So now our projects are very complementary, because I work in the Caucasus and Iran Anatolian biodiversity hotspots. He works in the Mediterranean hotspots. So now all 3 hotspots, global biodiversity hotspots in Turkey, are covered. So it's very exciting to see.
Do the Whitley Awards open doors in that respect, that you get to meet other conservationists and get your project out there to the public?
Absolutely, it's massive. I mean, the Whitley Conservationist Network is like my second family. So it's great to see all these people from all around the world, good colleagues, be inspired by them and also exchange ideas. Another example is Eugene Simonov from Russia. He's doing amazing work. So I'm trying to stop one dam and protect one wetland. He's trying to do that for the basically entire northern Asia, in Russia, China, and Mongolia. And it's been very inspiring to talk to him, because I see that a lot of our challenges are the same. A lot of the tricks used against environmentalists, sadly, are the same. And it's very good to see his very philosophical, calm, serene approach to this. He's playing the long game, and it actually calmed me down to see. And of course, the Whitley limelight, the Princess Anne's presence, basically kick-started, really accelerated my work in Turkey. The day after I got the award and the photo, the president of Turkey, Professor Abdullah Gül, called me to congratulate. And that's huge, and that really sped things up for our work. And I'm hoping this 20th anniversary award will do the same.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.